What up? It's Jack Squared, your least favorite trans autistic couple.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to do a hilarious one on this autistic trans couple that I found on TikTok. These people are completely insane. They're totally doing it to make money, and they're totally acting like they're trans, and they're totally telling everybody else how to be trans. It's completely insane and disgusting, and I'm tired of it. And again, Trampaw's gonna call these people out because I've decided I'm a gatekeeper. So with that, thanks again for liking, subscribing, commenting, all the things you're doing to help this channel grow. I totally appreciate you all. So let's just get into this because I found some. Let's just laugh because it's just insane. So let's start with this first one because it's going to set the tone of these two, okay? They need to set the tone. And I'm sure right off the bat, you're going to see what I'm talking about. So let's start with this one.
What up? It's Jack Squared, your least favorite trans autistic couple. In the last video, I said I was Jax 1 and they were Jax A. But a bunch of you wondered, well, how can you have the same names? First of all, we both have J dead names.
Okay, so I'm just setting the tone with that. I'm not going to go on because this dude loves to talk. He's just a talker. So I want to set the tone because they always start their videos with, hey, it's Jax, whatever, your least favorite autistic trans couple or trans autistic couple. That's how they start all their videos. Your least favorite autistic trans couple. What? So that sets the tone right there. They're identifying as autistic and trans right out the gate, okay? Whatever. So now I want to go into this next one here. This is really important. So remember, trans autistic couple. So now I found this one.
Today's word of the day is true scum, which in my opinion is a psyop to cause more infighting within the trans community. If you don't know what true scum is, it's pretty much the same thing as trans medicalism, where people believe you're only trans if you have gone through medical transition. Pretty much every other trans person who might not have access to said procedures or medical intervention or even health insurance. What we're not going to do is litmus test people within our own communities to prove to you, the harbinger of transness, that we are also trans as well. We're not applying for disability here. There's not certain criteria you have to meet to be trans. Even if you go, hey, I think I might be trans. Hey, you're trans. And if you as a trans person says, hey, no, you have to actually medically transition or even have dysphoria to be trans, you're doing it wrong. Now, if you're coming at me for my passing privilege and the privilege that is innately available to me as I'm passing, that's a whole different concept, honey, doll, baby girl. Don't give the patriarchy what it wants to try to make yourself feel better. You know, we've all seen women try to put other women down to make themselves better off in the eyes of...
This guy is so insane. Everything he's saying is insane, actually. Number one, he's a biological male, calling himself trans. And then where's the passing privilege, dude? You're a biological male, acting like you're trans and autistic. And yes, number one, let me just remind all of you out there, after this whole Josh Cedar fiasco, this is why we have it, because of people like this person right here pretending they're trans, okay, and saying anyone can be trans. Josh totally proved that these people right here are the ones who are creating the huge problem within this community. This dude saying anyone can be trans, you know, I'm considered true scum because, and well, if you don't think that's an insult, dude, okay, I have 32 years of experience in this situation of transition. So no, everything you're saying is completely false. It's actually transphobic to call a person like me that name. Secondly, you do need a diagnosis of dysphoria to be trans, okay? And why would you want to be trans? You don't want to be trans. You are trans because you have gender dysphoria. So that's this dude stepping into my place here as a transsexual and telling me that what I'm doing is wrong and that anyone can be trans and I have passing privilege and blah, blah, blah. You just watch all the words this guy uses. He's such a grifter. He's such a grifter and a scammer. It's crazy. So then I found this one actually creeped me out. So I want to also set the tone for you of what a creep this dude is. He gives me bad vibes. So check this out.
What up? It's Jack Squared, your least favorite trans autistic couple. A bunch of you have wondered why my partner doesn't communicate in our videos, and they have a few select words for you. Would you like to hear? Dictated but not read. Now y'all bear with me, I'm dyslexic as...
Dyslexic.
A lot of you, that's you, are acting like my partner, hey, that's me, is speaking for me when it's quite literally the opposite.
What was the other one? Dyslexic.
I have always wanted to make content like this, showing my perspective and advocating for others who are like me.
So now
But I lack the words for it, literally. So my partner, speaking for me, is empowering to me, not oppressive. I feel...
So creepy. In every single one of the videos, she doesn't say a word. Nothing. Zero. And she looks like, I'm going to say something weird is going on that she doesn't speak. He looks like that kind of dude that's dominating her on some level and telling her not to speak. Yeah, he's playing this whole game here, okay? Because he's such a narcissist that he doesn't want her to speak. So he speaks for her and pretends like she has some disorder that makes her not want to speak. It's creepy, the whole thing. And look, there he is again, the least favorite autistic trans couple. They look like clowns constantly. His beard is all... He's basically a failed rock star. And somebody had said that in one of my comments on something before. And I'm using that because it's just such a great analogy of this dude right here. He's a failed rock star. So now he starts getting some hate and pushback from people. Check this out.
What is up, everybody? It's Jack Squared. This video is specifically for those of you who think we're faking shit or making up certain symptoms for the clout of it. By talking about these difficult subjects, we're offering visibility and representation. Ironic enough, people who also deal with similar things on a daily basis have expressed their displeasure or flat out hate for the way we present ourselves as the faces for some of these subjects. By all means, if you disagree with something or want to express how adamant you are that we shouldn't be the ones talking about it, do so. Because normalizing having uncomfortable conversations that most people get hate for, especially us, is the first step to eliminating that hate. This entire conversation is about finding community, and I'm so glad some of you have found community in hating us, while we build our own community of positivity and representation for those who identify with us. You get to hate us all you want and build a community of hate. That's your prerogative. All the while, we are going to build a community of people that are like us. That way, people like us don't feel as alone in the world as we did before we found each other.
Oh my God, this dude he literally studied the community speech. He says everything that all the activists say. He's literally not even speaking for himself. He's using the tropes and the dialogue that GLAAD or all these organizations give you to say. He's using all those points and all of those words because he's not thinking for himself, and he doesn't like hate, okay? So this goes to show you he doesn't like pushback in any way. He's pretending like it's okay to have this dialogue. You don't want to have dialogue, dude, in any way, shape, or form. You're a total grifter. This one is really great.
Hey, real quick, the people who genuinely think we're faking our disabilities are one and the same with people who just genuinely hate people with disabilities. Hope this helps.
You see that? He doesn't like it when you push back on him. That is a complete, totally right there. He just proved it. Okay, they can't handle it. They can't handle when people are coming at them and saying, you're not trans. You don't have all your disabilities, all these things that you have. And all of a sudden now you're representing the trans people. You're representing people with disabilities. What is going on with these people? This guy has an actual huge following on TikTok. And this is the problem I keep trying to show you. These people, this is an older man, okay, with some young girl who doesn't say anything. It is the creepiest thing I've ever seen. And pretending like he has disabilities and he's trans and putting vulnerable young people into a situation that they can be trans if they want to be. This guy is, we should keep our eyes on this dude. Seriously. I don't trust this guy for anything. Okay, so watch this.
What is up, everybody? It's Jack Squared here, your most favorite trans autistic couple. Agoraphobia. We both have it to varying degrees, and how do we cope with it?
Now, yes, agoraphobia. Wait, let me write that down. That's the fourth one. Now he has agoraphobia. And I think many of these things you can actually self-ID. He's self-IDing with all of this stuff. It's hilarious. Now there's 4 disabilities that this guy has. It is actually hilarious. Okay, the last one I'm going to bring up here. I'm going to read this. It says, you literally don't act trans or be trans at all. You stay completely masculine and then cry straw man and transphobia. Okay, so here's his Here's his answer to this.
Hey, real quick, people like Fedboy here, who is literally a federal agent trying to sow dismay within the trans community while acting like one, can hearken back to mid-2010s, back whenever the height of Facebook was happening, where people would go, as a black man, I don't think Obama is actually very good. The trope has links to Reddit and 4chan posts where these tactics of infighting were actually made very popular. And again, where the trope, as a black man, was made and found great success on other social media profiles during the height of the George Floyd protests. So people would say,
what?
As a black man, I don't think George Floyd should have resisted. Is this making sense? So here, Fedboy goes, you don't even act trans. You're still masculine as a non-binary person. You have no intentions of transitioning. And you don't have to. You don't have to pass. You don't have to have any intention of transitioning or even dysphoria to be a trans person. Those who claim those things, that you have to be or that you have to go through those things, are what we call true scum. Trans medicalist. That's the word of the day. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
You see what I mean? So there he goes. Again, saying the same things. You don't have to pass. You don't have to be trans to be trans. Do you understand what the word transition means? Do you understand what the word gender dysphoria mean? You are such a joker and you are such a grifter and a troll and disgusting that you are one of the major problems with this community. And again, Josh Cedar calling you out. There it is, right there. And you are destroying what all of us have built before you even existed, buddy. And everything is a federal, conspiracy act. You are a paranoid weirdo, okay? A dangerous person to this community. And I'm over all of you people, okay? I'm gatekeeping. You're not trans. You're nothing. You don't have all these disabilities. You're not speaking for the disability people. Now you're speaking for black people? How embarrassing. When white guys do that, it's embarrassing. Sit down, buddy. So with that, thanks so much for liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.